Oh, someone just late. So today we are going to learn the human geography, chapter number 2, all right? And I'm not going to deal with chapter number 1 because that's a short chapter, and then this chapter is a lengthy one, so I'll try to deal with this one. Is that okay? And at the same time, the human geography. The main ingredients of human geography is the population. All right, that's why I will start with this chapter number 2. The world population distribution, density, and growth. All right. So in this, for example, population, distribution, density, and growth. You might have heard about all this thing, all right? I don't know how much knowledge you have regarding these meaning, but the population is the main character of the human geography and in the world too, all right? And meaning of population is nothing but number of people, all right? It's very simple. And distributions of population. All right, distributions of population is how the way people has been spread over the surface of the earth, or how the population has distributed over the earth, okay, or how people are living across the earth, okay. So that is distributions of population. And density of population. It's a ratio between the number of people and the land or area or the size of land. Okay? How many people are living in that very size of land? And growth of population. So growth here means it is talking about the changes. Alright? Changes. So growth of population is changes. All right, changes can be in negative, positive, and so on. That those parts we will touch later. But you might be thinking about why we are learning about the population. All right, as I'm talking, this is the main ingredients or characteristic or attributes of the human geography, and at the same time, it's important. All right, why we need to learn about our population. By knowing about how many literacy are there, how many illiterates are there, how many orphans peoples are there, children, all right? So all these are the characteristics of population, all right? If one country has a less, the literate people, then where the country is heading toward, all right, or where the country is moving, all right? How you are going to describe that very country, which has a very less literacy rate, and the one country which has a more number of literacy rate, and how that country would be. So the population, studying about the population is important. All right, you might be thinking why we are learning. All right, so some of the importance of are over here, the importance. Because people are the real wealth of a nation, and Western country thinks that people are the real wealth of the nation. And people makes decisions regarding the country or a nation, how to go forward or how to move, how to develop the country, how to improve the country's sanitations, all right, or health, amenities, all right, potable water, and so on. And they make the policy, all right, policy regarding whether the LPG should or the country should sign the LPG or not, or whether they should be abolished or not. And LPG here means liberalization, privatization, globalization. All right, can country go with that, or Can the LPG apply to that very country or not? Is that okay? So making a policy. Then next, planning for the nations. Okay, the USA and India is totally different culturally, and then the race and so on. All right, totally different. In India, its diverse culture exists together. In that, all right, they should have a different planning, right? So, and in USA, all right, it's different from India. So there will be a different planning for their nation. Is that okay? So the people will plan for the nation and building up the nation. That's very important. And there are many reasons behind it why we are learning about the population chapter. Is that okay? But in this chapter, we are learning about what is population, what is distribution of population, what is density of population, what is growth of population. Is that clear? And then here, I've just noted down a few words over here, important words. The population, as I've told you, the number of people, and census. And census is very, very important. Census is nothing but, in this very simple word, you can say counting of people. Okay? Or in a structured sentence, you can say official enumerations of the population. Okay? Between 2 points of time. Is it clear? And or you can say the official counting of the people. Alright, that is known as census. Alright, every country has census. And census gives a lot of information regarding the own population. Is that okay? Maybe the increase in the birth rate, maybe decrease in the death rate. What are the reasons behind the increase in the death rate? What are the reasons behind the increase in the birth rate? What are the reasons behind the reduction in the birth rate? Alright, so all those can be learned from studying the population. And census is an important one. And distributions of population, alright, density of population and growth of population and trends in population. So all these three I have discussed, and then I'm going to discuss again, alright. But this trend in population growth is nothing but the way the population is moving, in which direction, alright. In the past, what is the population, world's population or the country's population, and at present where it is, and in the future where it's going to be, alright. So that is the trend of the population growth. Is that okay? Whether that is decreasing or increasing fast, alright. And in the future, alright, the 12 billion our present population is a 7 billion population, right? And might be in the future maybe a 12 billion population. At present it's 7 billion. So there's a huge increase in the number. Right? Now the main topic of the patterns of population distribution in the world. Alright? Pattern. So pattern means how it is. It's almost like my shirt has a different pattern. Your shirt might be having different patterns. All right, and the population's distributions on the earth might be and yes, they are having a different patterns. Some are having many populations. Some are having a medium. Some are having a less population. Is that okay? So that pattern we are going to learn. Is that okay? And distribution in the world, how it has been distributed. As I've told you, alright, in the video when I was talking about that, the distributions of population. Alright, population distribution. Here, the way people are spaced over the earth. Alright, or how the population has been spread over the earth, and that is nothing but the population distribution. Is that clear? Alright, and on the patterns of population distribution, and don't be crazy, alright? learn it, this person has made a statement, all right, or he made a remark that on the patterns of population in Asia has many places where people are few. Many places where people are few. There are many places, but the people are very less, maybe to say. And few places, all right, few places where people are very many, all right. Few places in Asia have a lot of population, all right. He wanted to say that some area of Asia has a lot of population and some have a very less population. Is that clear? Okay. Then next, population distribution. So population distribution, we have gone with the meaning, all right. And let's try to touch with this. 90% of the world's population lives in, all right, just a 10% land, and that is something very strange, am I right? And you should be amazed about. So 90% of the world's population live in just 10% of land. So that is the distribution, and you could imagine how crowded that area would be. And 60% of the world population are from a 10 country or 10 most populous country, and 6 countries are from the Asian countries. And obviously you might be knowing the most populous country and the second most populous countries and so on. Is that okay? So there are 10 countries. It has been given in bar graph, all right, and you please go into it. And there are 10 most populous countries in the world, and which occupy, all right, which contributes about 60% of the world population. Is that okay? Then now let's move to our next topic, that is density of population. So as I told in the beginning, density of population is the ratio between the number of people and the size of the land. There will be a size of a land, right? In particular size of a land, the people might be living. So in what is the ratio between these two? All right, on the same 1 per square kilometer, all right, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, in that particular square kilometer, how many people are living in New York, Tokyo, all right? What is the differences? What is the density? All right. So the ratio between the number of people to the size of land, all right, is known as density of population. And formula to calculate the density of population is density of population equal to population divided by area. Okay. And next one is density of world population. And now we are going to learn about the world's population, right? So that's again, in order to learn this one, we need a map. So I'm going to place a map on the board. Okay. Yep. All right. So the density of world population in the area where the 200 persons per square kilometers are living, all right, more than 200 persons per square kilometer. In a per square kilometer, the 200 persons are living, and those areas are northeastern part of USA. Northeastern part of USA. So when you are locating the map, please try to go to the 4 cardinal direction. This one, that is north, south, east, and west. Please place this 4 cardinal on any places and try to find out the direction. Is that clear? So I'm going to place it over here. North, south, east, west. So now we need to locate the northeastern part of USA, right? So this is United States of America, it's green part, alright? So this is north, this is east, this is south, and this is west. And what we want? Northeastern. So northeastern, these areas, alright? These areas have been up, alright, in a per square kilometer, 200 persons are living, 200 people are living. Is it clear? Alright, I could see the Washington, the New York, Boston, alright, all these important cities falls under these areas. Is that clear? And the next one is northwestern part of Europe. Northwestern part of Europe, let's say these areas are the Europe, and Europe northern, south, east, and west, and we need to locate northwestern part of Europe. So this is west, this is north, and what we want, northwestern. Okay, these areas. So there it falls the London, the first minute city. Am I right? Okay, and then France, Germany, Berlin, alright, all these important areas falls under these directions or in these areas. So there you will find the or in a per square kilometer you will find 200 person per square kilometer. Is that clear? The next one is South and South Asia. So South means no. Okay. South Asia. South Asia means obviously it's India and Pakistan and nearby area, right? Or nearby country, that's Bangladesh. And the last one is East Asia. So East Asia, you would see, so all these areas are Asia. Is that okay? So Asia is north, south, and east, west. East means the Japan, alright, it's island country, and the China, alright, and North Korea and South Korea, Seoul, alright. So all these cities falls on these category or these directions, and these areas have, alright, a lot of population. For example, Tokyo is the world's most populous city in the world, where 34.5 million populations are living, and where the horizontal growth has been stopped. Alright, no further extension. Is that okay? And the vertical growth is going on, and even that is also going to stop. Okay, so and the density of population, alright, 11 to 50% per square kilometer. Or where do you find that? In the world map, okay, or in the world. So that is Western China, all right, Western China. It means Tibet. So this is China, right? China north, south, east, west. That means Tibet and Xinjiang, all right, Uyghur or Kazakhstan. All these areas comes under it. But they have used the word Western China, okay, Western China. So that means Tibet. So we have just a 6 million population, and Tokyo, or that city has a 34.5 million population, almost the 6 times of Tibetan population. Is that clear? Okay, then next. So there you will find 11 to 50% per square kilometer. So in China and Norway and Sweden, and the Norway, this is Norway, is that okay? And Sweden, okay? And these, for these countries, and then in one more country, all right, you try to find out in the world and from Google, you try to find out that. And what do we call for these 3 countries? One more country will come on, all right? Sweden, Norway, and one more country, all right, and they are known by, all right, these are one name and these are tag, all right. For these group of people, these are one name. So please try to find out. I'm not going to tell you that. Okay, but this is Norway and Sweden. Is that clear? And one person per square kilometer. Where do you find that in the world now, or in the world? So obviously, you don't need to go one person per square kilometer in a per square kilometer, right? In one area, 200 people are living, all right. And then on the other extreme, you will find one person per square kilometer, right? So in the North Pole and South Pole, especially the South Pole is also known as no man's land, all right? No human being settles in the Antarctica, all right? Okay, in the Greenland and this part, you will find a population. People very less in number. If you try to compare, try to find out the ratio between the population living there and the size of the land. Okay, then so poles, so North Pole and South Pole, and then hot and cold desert areas. So hot desert areas, all right. So the Sahara Desert, and then the Thar Desert. These are the hot desert area, and then, for example, the cold desert. Okay, Ladakh is also known as a cold desert, and Gobi, right? So these are cold desert and hot desert, and that's why you will find a less distribution or less density of population over there, right? Okay, then other one is equator, all right? So you will find less distribution of population at the equator, where there is excessive sunlight, excessive rainfall, okay, by which you will find a thick forest area, all right, and in the deep forest area, you will find a less population living there. Is that clear? So equator, all right, this is 0 degree, and these lines in this area, you will find a less population to live. Alright, and with this, we are going to stop today's teaching, and I'll try to recapitulate that in Tibetan quickly. Is that clear? Fine. So, chapter number new, the Great Tolerance is population tolerance. Mimbo like the vacation will get up and it's in the some temporary chashing glory, and CG studio, and dig it on budget studio, what is one? And targeting dig it on the studio studio, and that's why we are learning about the population. Just the population to the population to the Gajin Chango, Changa Gaja. Mishigyo, Gegyo, and the Changa Gaja, like in the Mongolian. Right? Alright? These are, for example, real wealth of the nations. Kisi me never. Right? So, then people are the real wealth of the nation. Mimam desu, Mimbo desu, Kega, non and make decision, Get the culture, Jim, my Jabu, the coronavirus tongue, right? They get some culture cheese, right? Swing, monkey, population, right? Population check the rules that make policies, chassis, situated, right? Chassis, and situ, policy, and situ. Is planning and 5-year plan. Okay, that's 600 okay, and then next, building nations. Get up the building up of a nation is done by the population. Is that okay? And ultimately, people are known by its country. Is it clear? For example, the Chinese people, you imagine that, all right, and African people, somebody, okay, again, you could see that the people in your eye, all right, without going into that area, and Indian people, that is something I'm something to Quran to measure. What's this one? Says I'm the population to the jungle, which is the new population census, distribution of population, density of population, growth of population, trends in the population growth. They give you 6,000 counts. And did that in some of the dinner should became total degree number of cases. You got a population number of people, unit, and both data as you do. And census is traditional census and distributions of population the condition and density of population and such a ratio the condition big issue. Then growth of population and growth of population chapter growth which a correction growth changes change and trends in population growth what is the trend? Okay, in the past what is the trend? At present what is the trend? And in the future, what is going to be the trend of world's population? All right, maybe 12 million at present, 12 billion at present, 7 billion, and in the past, all right, it has been stated that 1,000, all right, billion, 6 billion, and 1 billion, all right. So it has been started from 1,000 and so on. All right. So that is the trend, and then we are going to learn the trend in the next chapter. Sorry, next topic. Okay. So then I'm going to say the pattern the content is to application and then I'm going to pattern judge be crazy Asia is such a cashish tools, and you know, cashish taking our mere mammoths. Asia is such a mango chicken on me penny big issue. That the Kashi and Samala, the pattern of distributions of population, and the zumbling the pattern with the Chabujigan. Zumbling now such a cashilla mambo, such a cashilla, then the name population distribution. Meaning the way people are spaced over or sprayed, S-P-R-E-A-D, sprayed over, right? Earth surface. And that in our language, the jumbling Mibur Gaja Kutu. Alright, 90% of the world's population live in just 10% land, right? Such a Gaja Chuna table. Okay, such a Chuna table. And jumbling number most populous country, Mimbo Mangsho Yuki Kegap Chu, the two digi jumbling population gadget to Kunzu Damling Gorda, Kunzu Damna Tindirta, Kunzu Mire, which is what the name of the and the name density of population, density of population under the Gigashema, and the ratio between the number of people to the size of the land. And the formula right density of population divided by population divided by area. Density of population equal to population divided by area. And density of world population the country like such a chicken per square kilometer unit area chicken number per square kilometer chicken number kilometer chick and chick. Big number and make us a table. Such a Kashila then mini yellow. Square kilometer to the Ganda. Kasina, Chukchin and not table. Kasina, chicken. What is that? 1% per square kilometer. Total is high. Right? High density of population on the degree. Medium density of population on the degree. Low density of population. Low density of population, color regular, not pole and south pole, equator, desert area number cold and hot desert area, rainfall, heavy rainfall area, they give you number and medium they get Sweden, Norway, Western China, and there are many other countries. And high distributions of high density of population, cover the USA, western part, northeastern part of USA, western part of Europe, and South Asia, and East Asia. East Asia, Japan, North Korea, South Korea, and then China, Great Asia, and South Asia, that's all Pakistan, right? And then Bangladesh, and nearby area, Nepal, okay? And those some Chinese, never get to say.